Have you ever wondered how the YouTube algorithm actually decides who gets views? Here's the truth most creators don't know. It's not about likes, it's not about subscribers, it's about one thing: keeping viewers on YouTube longer. And here's the good news: you don't need a viral video to take advantage of that. You just need to learn how to create viewing sessions. So stick around because I'm going to show you how to get more views using playlists, end screens, and a few sneaky YouTube signals most creators overlook. Hey, I'm Robin. I've been on YouTube for almost 7 years. I've made 2 YouTube channels, grown one to over 75,000, and I've grown my coaching business off of YouTube. So what if one video could get you 3, 4, or even 10 times more views without you filming a single extra thing? This is how you turn casual viewers into binge watchers, like those people who suddenly just discovered Friends and now they love it, even though some of us have been watching it since the 90s. Anyway, it is ridiculously simple. So I have 2 fun tricks that will help you maximize those views. Okay, let's take a little trip behind the scenes for YouTube. This is the algorithm. It's kind of messy back here, right? And it looks different than we expected. YouTube, it's like all platforms. It wants people to stay on its platform. It does not want people leaving. And it does this by matching videos with the right people. It actually does not care about your video, but it cares more about your people and making your people happy. So the algorithm, it doesn't actually push our content randomly. It's more of like pulling to the person. It reacts to viewer behavior and it just serves it up to them on like a silver platter. Like, oh, you might like this too. Are you ever like, oh my goodness, I love this video that was just posted to me or just shown to me. And then other times you're like, no, like I don't want that at all. So think about it this way. If Sharon over here, she watches your video about weightlifting, but then she clicks off midway, or God forbid, she leaves YouTube altogether, that is a bad sign. But if she watches the whole video, and then she watches your next video about macros, then another one about sleep, and then another one about water, that is one darn strong sign to YouTube. Number one, YouTube is like, oh, so this type of person who watched this type of videos might like this, so it starts showing it to other people. And if your videos keep people watching, and ideally watching more and more videos of yours, or even just more videos on the platform altogether, YouTube will show it to more people. So the number one metric that we want to keep in mind is session time. Now that is what YouTube will show. And you can see on your analytics where it will show the videos that have people coming back for more. So that means not just how long someone watches your video, but what they watch next. So if your video leads to another video, yours and someone else's, you win. Some people, they will create playlists even with other people's videos, and that actually helps. So you're not just competing for one click, you're trying to become someone's afternoon. You want them to binge your content. You want them to be like, I got my cup of tea and I am like enjoying, sharing stuff on weightlifting. So here's one way to increase session time. Playlists. They create mini viewing marathons. They are your underrated power move. When someone clicks a video inside a playlist, the next video will autoplay. And this is so helpful. Number one, if they get up to go and make a sandwich, like sure, we want them watching, but if they go up to go and make a sandwich and that video is still playing, that's a good sign, right? It increases watch time, signals satisfaction, it keeps them in your content loop. Good news, when they come back, you're still playing. So they're like, oh, right, I love this. Maybe they'll rewind it. Another very strong sign to the algorithm, oh my goodness, that she loved it or she paused it. Or some of these people who are creating these really long podcasts that are like 1 to 2 to 3 hours long, it will continue to show it to you. There's some that I've dived into where it will just continue to each day. Every time I sit down, it's like, do you want to keep watching the rest of this podcast? I'll watch a little bit more. And I know it's going to keep showing it to me, which is so helpful. Another thing is using series style playlists. So you could say, start here, YouTube for coaches, or 30-day sprint day by day. As you did not know, this is a 30-day sprint challenge that I'm doing right now for action takers, for people who are ready to do the stuff. And we're using custom titles, descriptions in your playlist with keywords. Another thing is 5 to 7 related videos. We don't necessarily want like 100 or 50 or whatever. Just keep the best ones at the top. don't overdo it. You can create many, many playlists, and you can set your home screen up with, you know, your faves at the top, and then they will all show at the bottom too. Like, it's good. So this next tip is my personal favorite, and that would be end screens. Most creators, they're using end screens wrong. They forget to use them at all, or if they do, they just post a random video. They don't even mention it at the end of their video. They slap subscribe and then they think they're all done. No. Here's what you do instead. You always recommend one highly relevant next video, which is the next natural step. And if your video is like how to plan a YouTube video, your end screen might be how to script videos that convert. But there's one very important trick. I told you there were gonna be tricks. This is one very important trick. You need to do it right. Don't just say, and if you wanna help turn that high converting video, I wanna walk you through my script method, blah, 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 meet you over there. No, instead, you're talking about, you know, thumbnails or something, and then you say, but the wrong script, it can throw your whole video off. To learn the best script strategy, watch this video next. So basically they're like, oh my goodness, you're hooking people in, making them think that they're making a huge mistake if they don't watch it. And I also prefer to just give one video. Every now and then I'll do two, but very, very rarely. One video, and bonus points if it's in a playlist, because then maybe they'll just keep watching. And there are some big things you can do in a video to ensure that you're maximizing your binge potential. Don't make disconnected one-off videos. I like to plan a set or a suite of videos. Each video, it should feel like the chapter in a book, right? So like I said, I could, you know, do one about scripts. I could do, and I have done this, but one about scripts, one about titles, one about thumbnails. And then it's like all of these are, they're friends, they go together. And then you build content bridges. You reference the past videos, and then you can tease the future ones. You can mention what's coming in this 30-day YouTube sprint tomorrow, which maybe I have done as well. Even with binge-worthy content, clicks matter. And you need to make sure your thumbnail, your title, and your opening line all promise the same thing. It is the packaging. I would say number one, the very most important thing is the thumbnail, then the title, and then the hook. But really, they're all very, very close to being very important. Think in series, so use repeating styles so people instantly know it's part of a larger journey. And you want that hook to confirm that the title and like that, yep, this is exactly what I clicked on. And that really, really inspires them to keep watching. Once people are clicking on more videos, watching the title, the thumbnail, the hook, they get past that initial part, and then your content is delivering. Make sure that you are giving tons of value, especially near the beginning of the video, and make sure that you're connecting with your viewers and sending them through to the next part of the signal. In the past, I have run into some problems on my channel. I actually was concerned I was shadow banned before, and I have that story right here, and I think you should watch it if you've ever been concerned that your views are down. I hope something great happens for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!